Hey guys, I want to talk real quick about some casts. These are the originals from Squatch Creek. Matter of fact, these two are the actual two 16-inch that we got in April 11th, 2018, which was about a little over 2 years ago now. Followed up with a 20-inch, and then we had another set of 20s that we did. I don't have one here with me as the one I donated to the fundraiser. And then most recently, this 16 here that actually belongs to Shane. I just end up getting it prepped for him. But I want to go over a couple things. First and foremost, these things, we put these out immediately when we found them. Pictures, video. We even have video of us pouring the cast, things like that. We shared the location with several people. And I just want you to take a look at a couple things real quick. And I'm going to use this one as an example because this is the one that's kind of created the most controversy. You can see how it's not real uniform. You can see how there's definite depth in areas, in other areas there's not. It's a little shallow here. Obviously it's deeper on the heel. And you can actually see what we believe are some type of pad feature, like a callus or a thicker part of the foot. I'm not really sure. I'm not a foot expert. And then of course we have some markings in the cast that I don't know if they're wrinkles in the foot or if they could be just leaf debris on the ground. It's hard to say because I don't have the leaf to verify that. But these things have stirred up some recent controversy with somebody in particular. And I'm just going to point this at my computer screen and kind of go over some stuff real quick. This guy. Everybody knows Cliff. Everybody loves Cliff. Seems like a genuine nice guy. He's holding one of his casts there that obviously he feels is real, and it very well may be. I don't know. I wasn't there. This guy has shot 9 seasons, I believe, of Finding Bigfoot. I believe there was 98 episodes in that 9 seasons. I watched probably all of them, probably like a lot of you guys did. Big fan. Thought it was an interesting show. Got to see a lot of cool stuff. Best part was getting to hear the witnesses. But I never saw any evidence. Nothing ever solid, nothing ever concrete. No proof, of course. Cliff's got a website, and he's got some of his best cast on there. He's got this one. Now I can see where he may think that that is a foot. Personally, I think that looks more similar to a bear that's double-stepped. Now I could be wrong. I'm no foot expert, but I could definitely make an argument. This one here, I really have no idea. I really studied this one for a while before making this video, but I thought maybe that was some toes in there. But I also see dogs and clouds if I look hard enough, so I don't know. Could be anything. This one here, I was at a loss for. I'm assuming that's a toes. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to have him explain that one. Now this one was interesting, and what I liked about this one was, as I just pointed out to that pad type, thicker part of the foot, which I would imagine these things would have to have extremely thick soled feet to cover the terrain that they do. But you notice that same pattern right here that I was talking about on our cast. And I know that in some of Cliff's photos, and I'll find one in particular, he talks about that mid-tarsal break and how he feels it's farther back than ours is, which ours must be fake because ours doesn't match his. My point to that is could that stick have caused that mid-tarsal break farther back? I don't know. It should have been noted. I would imagine that would have caused some type of irregularity in that cast, you would think. But like I said, I'm no expert. This one was kind of interesting. I don't really know what it is. The toes look kind of narrow to me. They look a little pointed. I honestly, with this V shape here, I took that as a hoofed animal, like maybe a deer or an elk possibly. It just didn't look like toes to me. Same thing here, and I don't know if that's the same track, just a different angle, but the real looks really pointed for me. Um, I could be wrong, but that to me that doesn't look like a foot. And this one, the prize glory here. I mean, this is the one that I think he's probably most proud of. This is one we've heard the most stuff about. This is the mattress that was out on the road that apparently a Bigfoot stepped on. But my point to this is I could probably make that. I think my 5-year-old could probably make that with some paint and some cloth. It just seems too perfect, too much overlay in there. I don't see anything that looks like it really stepped on it. And then I kind of have to wonder, why would a Bigfoot step on a mattress? Why wouldn't he go around that? Why would he step on a pile of trash? So there's just a lot of things there that I just don't like. This caster here is kind of neat. Great definition in the toes. They seem a little round to me for each one, almost a little too uniform. There's not a lot of gap. And I know the ones that we have, it seems like our big toe is a lot bigger. Now, I don't know where this cast came from. Maybe this is how they are where he got this. I don't know. It could be a difference in geographical location. I don't know. This one here, I actually like this one. It seems a little thin, narrow to me. But you can see definite toes, and if that's the mid-tarsal or if that was that stick from that other photo, I don't know. Great heel in there, so I don't know. It's all inconclusive if you think about it. None of us seen these animals step in these locations and create these tracks. We find them, we look at them, we do the best we can to determine if they're real or not. From what we know. And it's kind of sad that this guy has come to us recently and wants us to label our cast as hoax. But in the process of doing that, he wants us to give up our location. And I find that really odd. I also find very odd that his good buddy Dr. Meldrum, who has my hair sample for the last 2 years, refuses to give me the report on it, but has asked me where exactly I have found these. And it's just strange that these two guys seem real interested in knowing the location of where we found these, but they want to say it's fake and don't want to give me the report. If the hair is fake, then there should be a report on it saying that it was just a mink or a fox hair or a piece of out of a carpet from a 1980 Buick. It should have something, but I haven't got anything, and I've asked him repeatedly. I could show you emails, messages on Facebook where I've asked him for it repeatedly. I believe I have probably around 50 email exchanges with Meldrum, and I don't ever get anywhere. Sometimes I get I'll get it to you when I get to the office. It'll be Monday. I'm at a conference. And I never get it. So why are they so interested in where it's at? You know, that kind of troubles me, honestly. And for this guy to want to hold some credibility when this is the best he has, and he ran a show for 9 years and didn't find Bigfoot, I don't know. I just have issues all around with that. And so I mean, I would like to put a little challenge out to Cliff. You know, I mean, if he wants to come and look at these casts in person, feel free. He could come to my house. I can meet him somewhere. He can look at them all he wants. We don't have anything to hide with these. But I just think it's kind of silly that he can look at a picture of this and automatically assume that it's fake, whenever he himself went out and did this London Trackway, where they cast 100 and I think they had 122, 125 tracks that he claimed was Bigfoot tracks. Has them on his page. I mean, you can see that. That's cliffbarrickmoo.com.
he has, I mean, that's just a horrible cast to begin with. But even in here, he talks about how that there is evidence that these are real, you know, and he's got all this stuff going on in here. But then, I come to find out 2 years later, he comes out and says, no, they're hoaxed. They're not real. And how he has somehow recreated them with something that he has done, and he's supposed to give a report on that, but I couldn't find it. You guys may have, but I don't know, it just seems odd to me. Even his own words right here: at first I was convinced these tracks were real. Now, after more than 2 years of closely examining them, I have my doubts. I have since started experimenting with fake tracks to see if I can duplicate what I see in the London trackway, and a research paper is in progress detailing my findings. I'd love to read that research paper. And I know that a lot of people talk about cutouts, plywood cutouts. That's like the classic thing to make these things, you know, to create tracks. But to me, you would have to get extremely detailed in your woodworking, because that's not flat, folks. That's not a piece of plywood. I mean, there is curvature to that. There's depth in it. There's layers to it. That's not something you're going to make with a piece of 3/4 inch plywood and cutting out these planks and stepping through the woods. You're not going to get the variation here. You're not going to get a difference. All of them would be the same. And we don't have that. They're just different. So I challenge Cliff. Cliff, come to Oklahoma. Come see me. Take a look at these before you just start running your mouth about our fake cast. If not, you can stick to not finding Bigfoot and keep that little charade up. Have a good one, folks.